Please be advised, Gaggle of Geeks contains strong opinions that may contain language unsuitable for young children. Now here are your hosts, Patrick Beatty and Chaz Campbell Evans.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
All right, what the hell? Welcome everybody to Gaggle of Geeks. What? We're in an actual place. We're in an actual situation here. There's walls. There's pictures. Oh shit. Well, yeah. Well, I don't really know where the co-host is. I have no idea where he is actually. This is your fucking time to come in. This is where you come in. Oh my god. All right. Well, that starts it. Welcome, Chaz. Woo! So good to see you. Yeah. Oh my god. This is good. Welcome.
Welcome.
He just walked in. He literally just came through the door, and yeah. Welcome, Chaz. What do you think of the new bodega that we have, the new little set that we have here?
Okay, when you said blue, I thought it was going to be like the Joker blue right behind you.
Here, speak a little closer to the mic.
I thought it was going to be the Joker blue right behind you.
Okay. I mean, like, there's a shade, like, right there matches. Right? That spot.
You know what this looks like? It looks like a baby's room. Like, it looks like you painted the room for a baby boy.
Okay.
Are you and Natalie expecting?
No, we're not expecting. And I'm not a baby boy. I'm a big boy.
I'm a big boy now.
Yeah. You know, I invite you into my house,
dude.
I invite you into my house, and I say, let's hang out. You know, let's have some fun.
Oh no, thank you.
And
for inviting me.
And then you call my room baby room.
Yeah.
Why?
The color of it, man. It reminds me if I walked into our nursery, like a nursery room with like a baby crib. All you need in here is a baby crib, and people are like, oh my god, they're filming Gaggle of Geeks in a nursery room.
Well, we've got a lot of fun today. We're going to be talking about Wandavision episode 6. And, you know, in the spirit of things, it is Valentine's Day weekend, Chaz. Maybe we can put this behind us.
I love you.
Or I could put myself behind you.
Question?
That's not the right sound effect for it. And you don't know my press. So that might have been real bad. Actually, there it is. We'll put in the right sound effect. People will have no idea what theme of what specific popular site that's going to have a very large increase of traffic on Sunday.
Is this called a hub of something?
A Nicolas Cage hub, yes.
Ooh.
But let's first talk about. I don't know. What should we talk about first? Do we want to first go to WandaVision and see, kind of go from there?
Sure.
All right, WandaVision. So, episode 6. You did not like the last few episodes.
I did not know.
Why is that?
Stuff to do with the story. I thought it was kind of wonky, like really, expository, if you will.
But we've already talked about the fact, like, that's just what TV shows are.
I know. And I also know they're cramming in a lot of information in like the span of 30 minutes. Like, I know. Where's the camera? Is that my camera?
Talk closer and get closer to the mic.
I am. I am. Can you hear me?
This was a horrible mistake. We should have kept this virtual. The minute that you walked in here, I went, oh shit.
You're like, fuck.
This.
No. Yes, I did not like the others because it was expository. But as you said, that is the show's structure, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have a lot to cram in 30 minutes. It's not like hour-long episodes where they can have a lot of fun. But they're having a lot of fun regardless with it being so crammed. And this episode, I actually very much enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what I really liked about the episode is that the homage that they were paying tribute to, the TV show that they were paying tribute to, was Malcolm in the Middle. I love that so much. Malcolm in the Middle was one of my favorite shows growing up. Did you watch it?
I've seen it. I've seen a few episodes.
Don't eat the mic.
No, I've seen a few episodes. I haven't actually watched it all the way through. It was just always like on the TV in the background. It was nothing like I watched seriously.
You see, I always thought I was Malcolm, but I'll be honest, I was pretty stupid growing up, so there's no way I could have been Malcolm. But he was the middle child, so I kind of related to that. And them doing that with this, and then giving the kid that Malcolm role really did make everything feel so close to what Malcolm in the Middle was.
I was curious how they were going to pull the 90s off, because I'm like, okay, what's the 90s visual style of a sitcom, right? Because when you think about it, you kind of think maybe Seinfeld, whatever, but like they full on embrace Malcolm in the Middle, like you said. I mean, that does really reflect what it, like the style of it. So it wasn't like a straight up sitcom per se, but it was still a comedy series that was structured around.
Yes. And I guess we can do this for maybe like let's give like a 2-minute spoiler free review of this, and then we'll get into spoilers. Okay. So overall, you actually liked this one more than the previous episodes.
I did.
Okay. Why?
The atmosphere, man.
Ooh.
It was all spooky because it takes place during Halloween. And they had a lot of fun with it, but even toward the end, I mean, this isn't really spoiling anything, but they had some terrifying visuals where you're just like, dude, this got dark. As happy and go-getting as it was, with like how funny it was with the introduction of a character that was introduced last episode, it got dark real quick.
It did. There's the commercial probably is the darkest commercial that we've seen.
Yeah,
because in every WandaVision, there's a little commercial in between, and this one, honestly, it was the weirdest one, and the one that I also didn't understand the most at first, but I did catch on to it later. But there's a lot more of explaining what's going on. Like we're actually starting to see a lot more than what we thought.
And it's kind of interesting because now we're kind of seeing her mind unravel in a way. And if it gets that dark, dude, it's just like she's kind of fucked. Like,
yep. All right, that's our spoiler review. So our spoiler-free review. So get the hell out of here because we're about to do some. Yeah, the neighbors have a baby. If anybody hears a baby, it's because we're in a baby room and there's literally like 5 kids surrounding us. They can't turn the cameras around. They have no idea. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about the spoilers of this. Basically, Vision is like, I'm gonna go off script and I'm gonna do my own thing today, which is funny because this was a Halloween episode where there's lots of children, and I already was reading through the message boards and stuff. Just, you got to pick up on the stuff that you're not smart enough to catch. And there's one bit where they were talking about there not being kids and Vision noticing that last episode. Suddenly, Wanda has infected the entire place with kids. Like, that's insane, right?
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. And she was just like, you want some fucking kids? I'm going to give you some kids.
This is like the first episode where we actually saw kids that are not her kids, right? Oh my God. I didn't even think about that.
No, totally. And her kids are kind of smitten yet terrified by Pietro, who kind of starts off the show. He's sleeping on the couch. He's basically the Francis character from Malcolm in the Middle. If you know Francis,
yeah,
right? Okay, you know enough.
Yeah.
But what did you think of Evan Peters being Quicksilver in this Pietro, and how did you feel he meshed with the MCU? Because now we get to finally see it.
I actually like him more than I like. Is it Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot more fun with it, but he's also the uncle that's like the badass uncle in the kids' eyes. Like he's the immature one, where the Wanda is just like whatever. So I kind of liked it. It was really kind of charming in that sense. He had a lot of energy, but then like when it goes dark, dude, he went dark with it, which is fitting, seeing as he was in American Horror Story. So
he's very much like the quipper. Like he's always got something back. He's already got something to shoot back. And the crazy thing is he knows a lot. Like he knows kind of a crazy amount of stuff about Wanda. Some things that people questioned, like how the hell does he even know Vision? That specifically, because Age of Ultron, they're kind of there, but how would he know that Vision died?
Right.
Specifically. That's kind of the weird thing. But in any case, they all get in their traditional costumes, which, come on, that's pretty awesome.
I noticed that. I thought that was kind of fun.
I don't want to mention Joss Whedon, but Joss Whedon made a point when he put on Elizabeth Olsen and pitched her for this that she would never have to wear that costume ever. And apparently, based on what I was reading, she was like all game for this. She's like, no. If we're gonna do this, and Paul Bettany's doing this, I'm doing this. We're gonna go all out for it. And they looked awesome. And I love that they were doing kind of the mock costumes with this.
Yeah. I have a question though. So her outfit looks a lot like Magneto's, like with the helmet. Are they related then?
Oh yeah, the kids. Those are his kids. Like the parentage of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in the comics is Magneto.
Okay, so then I wonder. So with Evan Peters being in here, right? This is just like a little side tangent. In the series, she keeps saying that their parents died. So, and if there's the multiverse, I don't know. It would be kind of interesting to explore that. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting stuff. But I wonder if they're going to bring Fassbender, if that's the route they're going to go.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The weird thing is that this is Pietro from Age of Ultron Quicksilver. There's never any mention of like, oh man, but there's one time I was hanging out with Magneto. It's not like. So let me ask you this. Do you think that there's a chance that Vision just needs to do kind of a little brain zap, and then from there you'll get to see like, I was in the Fox universe? He just screams out as loud as he can. Fuck!
Well, I mean, we see Vision do his mind trick, toward the end especially, because dude, like when he's out exploring, it's just like super creepy. It's moody. It's so atmospheric, but we see him do his little trick, and it's just I want to see more of that. Like if I don't know, it's leading up to something.
Describe the trick. What does he do exactly?
He just touches her head, and like she goes on to her normal life. Like I don't know. I don't know what the trick is. I don't know.
It's like a little electric zap to kind of kick them out of where they're at. And so he's going all through town, Vision, and noticing the further out he gets, the less people are moving. It seems like Scarlet Witch is kind of a CPU, and these are the background tasks that have been in for like 5 days and are just like, we will get there. You see a girl putting up some clothes and like a tear's like slowly going on her face. Man, like anytime you see that shit, which is also weird because she's manipulating kids now, which that's kind of a whole new like Anakin Skywalker level of fucked up, like that's next to killing kids. I mean, convincing any kid to do whatever you want, that's pretty bad.
Dude, it's like, well, I mean,
with candy too.
Well, I mean, in this episode, we see the neighbor being like, "Oh, your Vision!" Like all of a sudden, she knows, right?
Oh, because he brain zaps her,
right? And if you go that route with the kids, what if they see Wanda and they're like, "You're a Wanda," right? And then
they know Wanda's doing it. Agnes makes a point. Wanda won't let us leave or even think about what's happening.
Yeah, but then she goes full on Anakin, like you said. She's like, yes, yes, I am. And then like her telekinesis just kicks her, dude. That's dark.
Right? Oh, man. But let's talk about Wiccan and Speed. Those are, I believe, the names of the kids in the comics. They both have different powers that they were able to showcase in this. So one of them has super speed, much like Quicksilver, and that's usually not very good for storytelling. So bye-bye, Quicken. He's probably going to go pretty soon. And Speed is his name. Wiccan kind of has a Professor Xavier type feel to him because he can sense after Vision has met with Agnes, that's the person that's at the end of the street. He zaps her and she comes out of it and she's like, "You're an Avenger. You could save us." And at a key point, he says, "I am who I am. I do want to help. What's an Avenger?" He has no clue. He really does not know what his past is. And so she's like, "You don't know? Am I dead?" And he's like, "No, you're not dead. Why would you say that?" "Because you're dead." And then she starts just saying it over and over and then starts maniacally laughing like a witch. And then they talk about the fact that Wanda is controlling everybody, zaps her back out. She's just fine and drives away, but he goes straight past and is trying to break through the wall. And this is where the shield side comes in because they've kicked out all three of the hoodlums in this case. Darcy, Jimmy Woo, is that his?
Jim Woo, yeah.
And who's the third one? Monica Rambeau. So all three of them are kicked out at this point. After the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. says a pretty shitty thing about Monica's mom. It's like, whoa, dude.
Do you think
there's a lot of real harsh burns in this, like rare insults?
So where do you think what do you think his motivation is? Because we find out that he's tracking Vision specifically. And it's just like, what's his aim with this? Because last episode he fucked things up.
Well, I think it's always been like she has this very rare, very powerful thing that they want to take away from her. and not necessarily her being the problem itself. Like she is a problem and they want to get rid of her, but they've been gunning for Vision this whole time.
Do you think he's part of Hydra?
Why would he be part of Hydra?
Why are there Hydra commercials?
Because Hydra is who tested on them and experimented on Pietro and Scarlet Witch.
Right. So if he wants their powers.
No, because
why would the good guys want to harness their powers?
Shield's going to be Hydra. Now Sword's going to be Hydra. Is there any government agency that's just not Hydra that could just have a couple dicks? I feel like it's repetitive.
I don't know, dude. It's pretty reflective of our society now.
Everybody is Hydra in this land.
Yep.
But he does not make it through. He ends up he dies for a third time. Wanda's killed him. Thanos has killed him. He killed him.
The death too was not pretty looking. It was.
He gets ripped apart.
Yeah.
Like pieces of him, not even like dusting, but like big old chunks just start falling back. And you can tell like the TV thing that's pulling him back is ripping him as well. And that's when Wiccan is able to suspect what's happening. And through all this time, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch have been talking kind of like, why don't you have your accent? And then him be like, why don't you have your accent? And like, you look different. Why do you look different? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, when she even has a quick vision of him with bullet holes in him and like very zombie-like, dude, dark.
It's very interesting. But after they have their conversations and stuff, Wiccan busts out and like, hey, we gotta save my dad. And what does Quicksilver say exactly? It's so fucked up.
He's already dead or something like that.
He's like,
he's
the
gonna
problem?
die a third time.
What's the problem if he dies twice or something?
Yeah.
And Scarlet Witch is like, meh, and then just like punches him out.
Yeah, and then she pretty much uses her powers to expand this field and suck everything back in to save Vision primarily, I'm assuming. But there's people on the other side that get sucked right into Darcy.
Well, they can for sure see that, like, she can see Vision is outside of this bubble, and so she starts expanding it as everybody kind of has their guns out, watching Vision try to break through. So it's all happening pretty simultaneously. And Darcy is now handcuffed to a car because she came out like an idiot and was like, I want to look at Vision, even though she was supposed to be hiding and looking up secrets and getting information. She's like, what's that?
Yeah, well, and she specifically is telling them to save Vision. She's like, he's dying, go save him. They're like, no, stay back.
Yep.
Watch him die.
Yep. And just like that quick, the sword leader, he gonna die. Like, they're setting him up to die with the stuff that he's doing. Like,
plot twist, it's actually their father.
Oh my god, what your plot twists, man. They're like Lost season 8, where it's like, I don't even know where that came from. You still haven't explained the polar bear.
Hire me as a writer, Lost.
Let's see, where does it go from that point?
That's where it ends. We don't know where it ends. We don't know the outcome.
All of the agents aside from Rambo and Jimmy Woo and the sword leader make it out. Everyone else is turned into a straight up circus, like clowns, circus tents.
The helicopters turn to hot balloons. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, it's wild.
Everything is starting to break down, and people are starting to notice, and Wanda is starting to lose grip of what she can control. And that is going to mean we're going to get some crazy shit.
Dude, this is all Wanda's vision.
Give him a cut. Back to him.
You get it? Wanda's vision.
Do you get it? I don't think you get it.
I got it.
What about them? You think they fucking got it? I don't know. Why are we talking like this?
I don't know.
Where'd your accent go?
Where'd yours go?
I don't know. All right. That was our quick shot of episode 6. I really like it. We've got 3 more episodes. 3 more episodes. We still have no idea who the villain is. We still have no idea.
Dude, I'm pretty sure it's the sword guy.
It's the sword guy. Let's break down some characters. You don't think Agnes has any weird intentions? No, you think she's just kind of an innocent bystander?
Yep.
What about the bitch? What about the one that, at the very beginning that has the blonde hair? That's the mean like head of the PTA lady.
No,
really, because she disappears,
dude. I don't think
she shows back up in the last few episodes, and she had some weird power. Especially the part. This was the part I think where Agnes references the devil. in episode 2, when they're talking, she looks over at Scarlet Witch and says something like, "The devil's in the details." She doesn't wink, but like,
Ooh,
the
wink.
devil's in the details.
That's very Valentine-like.
It's very. I was about to say Mephisto. It's very Mephisto-like. Mephisto. That sounds gross.
That's the villain you think they're setting up next, right?
Well, everybody's kind of doing that. Like, everyone's speculating Mephisto on this, and for all intents and purposes, that's not happening. Like, they've made a clear point that they're not going for Mephisto in certain aspects, but every once in a while there's something weird like that where you can kind of pick apart the pieces. To me, it might be kind of like, you remember when the Snoke theories were going around and there's like, Snoke is Obi-Wan confirmed, or like
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, Darth Binks theory. It all makes sense. Look how dumb he is when he's hanging off this ledge. He couldn't have done that on accident. Yeah. So I think that might be something like that, where fans are a little bit too into it when we know Kevin Feige likes to blend his world with the comics, not just rip off the comics.
Dude, I really think it's the sword dude. Unless, hear me out, unless there is somebody who's like a red herring where he's meant to look like the bad guy, went right under our noses the whole time, and we're not really paying attention to it. Like, what if Darcy's bad?
Well, there's still the idea that Doctor Strange is going to appear at some point. Like, not that it was spoiled or anything, or there's any leaks, but like, if you have a witch that's going crazy, who do you send other than the Sorcerer Supreme?
Ghostbusters.
Exactly. Who are you going to call? You have no idea.
I don't know.
I love them. I love it so much. All right, let's take off the spoiler tag and let's talk a little bit about romance. Chaz, what was the first movie you went on a date and watched?
Is it The Lady in Black with Daniel Radcliffe?
What the whoa, bro.
Right?
Why The Lady in Black?
Huh?
Lady in Black?
I believe that's the one, Daniel Radcliffe, right?
How old were you?
16? 17?
Whoa. So okay, maybe I'm fucked up. Never mind. So you saw Woman in Black.
Woman in Black, yeah.
How did it go on this date? Who was it? You don't have what's the name? What's her address? What's her address? No, you don't have to say. Make up a name and I don't know. Paint a picture.
I'll say it was a now a married woman who blocked me way back in high school because I was kind of a dick.
So that's how it went. Start to this. So was your dickishness during the movie? Were you like spoiling things during it, or?
No. She blocked me after we stopped talking.
You keyed her car, didn't you?
No. I was kind of jealous of her and her other boyfriend that she was dating, and then I made a rude comment on Facebook, and she blocked me.
Oh,
it was just Chaz being immature in high school. No biggie.
Facebook will get you.
Yeah. But I believe she's married now. But whatever. It was an interesting experience because we went with friends.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. Then my last date I went on, like movie wise, was actually Underworld, the newest one.
Okay.
And that one was a bad date.
So were you picking these choices for any particular reason for the date, or because you wanted to watch the movies?
Because I want to watch movies. I like horror movies. Did I know they're going to be bad? Not at the time. Going forward, yeah. But also, Underworld had Kate Beckinsale, so it was like a win-win for me. Going on a date while seeing Kate Beckinsale, yeah.
I can see that. That could work. Patrick, what was yours?
Patrick, what was yours? Was it Babe, Pig in the City?
You'll never guess it.
Mad Max.
You get 5 chances.
Okay.
You get 5 chances.
Do those count, or can I have restart? Reset.
Reset. Okay.
Let's see. Hold on. To put this in context, you are 2 years older than I am?
Yes. But I don't think that's going to help answer this question.
Okay. Give me like a time frame, like between two, like a year.
So I would have been somewhere between, I want to say 5th and 7th grade.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. That's Star Wars.
Ooh, but that would have been good. But nope, not that one. I think cheesy. Like if something cheesy were to come out, like. Yeah, I was more like, well, okay, no, not necessarily. This was also kind of halfsies a school project, but it was going with the crush. Like, so this girl was like a best friend and a crush thing, and I I was always trying to like go on a date with her or get a date with her or something, and it just would never happen. So finally we had to do a school project, and we got to go see this film.
Polar Express.
Yep. The hot chocolate. Ooh,
dude.
We were making hot chocolate. No, we weren't. We were kids. That's weird.
See, I watched that movie for the first time in a choir class.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I think I was in 4th grade.
Mm-hmm. What are your next guesses?
For your later dates?
Yeah.
No, okay. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Before you married Natalie, how many people were you dating? Like, how many people have you dated between that?
Oh, don't do that. You're going so far, dude. It's just whoa.
What? I'm trying to
make every person on the show hate me.
No. Okay, don't answer that.
It was the Phantom of the Opera.
Jar Butler?
Mm-hmm.
I actually love that version. So
Phantom of the Opera. It was so apparent that I was on a date with this person because I had dressed up. She insisted that this wasn't going to be a date. However, she wore perfume.
What kind of perfume? Do you remember the smell?
Smelly perfume. Pretty smelly perfume.
What did it smell like?
I don't know why I'm doing taste.
Did you lick her? Lick her skin?
A little bit of cherry. I don't know. I have no idea what it was. But I smelt it, and I remember because our mom was driving us.
But did she dealt it?
And my mom was like, looking back, like, what have I done? Like, did I just set them up on oh no. And we get to the theater, and this is in Rollins, Wyoming, so it's a very small town. The theater literally had 2 screens on both sides, and you walk in the middle, and there was your candy and stuff. It was the theaters that are kind of like Tower or Broadway, where it's just a ramp and seats. And this was for the town. And we got there, and the owner of it knew me because his son was friends with my older brother. He saw that me and this girl on a date, and it was like, it's free. Just go on. And my mom still is like, stop! Don't encourage that this is a date. Because this is strength of youth pamphlets and stuff. And this was Wyoming. There wasn't a lot to do. There wasn't a lot to do except each other. If you were in high school there wasn't much. A lot of early pregnancies in that class. Is it really true?
It looks like you dodged a bullet, man.
Well, not from her. Not from her. But there was a lot of like, oh, okay. We just graduated. Graduated with my kid from preschool. Both of
that was my class too. I am friends with people from my high school who are on their 3rd kid and already moved into a house, and I'm just over here in an apartment being like, listen to my podcast, listen to Gaggle of Geeks.
But sometimes that's not really a good sign of progress. To have kids, to have the kids, and to have the house, and to have all. That's not really. Everybody's on their own scale. And
for sure,
spectrum of how to be successful and how to get to that point.
Yeah,
so
well,
don't look at that as bad. I think
no. But like being on Facebook, watching all their last names change, I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm not friends with you. And then Facebook stalking them, you're like, oh, you were a bitch in high school. Just kidding. That's rude.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Okay, but I did. However, there's one date, a movie date that's more memorable than those other 2.
Okay.
I've only gone on 3 movie dates, so this is in the middle. We saw The Jungle Book.
Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book? Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. How was that?
It was fun.
What do you think of date nights at the movies versus going with like someone that you've been dating for a while versus somebody that you're just now meeting? Do you think going to the movies is an appropriate date?
I would say later on, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because the point of dating early on, from my understanding, I don't date often, so take this with a grain of salt, is getting to know the person. Yeah. You can't really get to know them for a movie unless if the movie is followed up by like a dinner or a walk or whatever where you can still talk. I guess that's more open to that, but I definitely choose dinner over a movie for a first date, and that's coming from a movie fan, especially because my taste in movies that's like more like, this is who I really am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, and you don't get a chance to talk. So like you're both going in, you're sitting straight at something, watching some film, and you really have nowhere to go from there. So it only works if you know this person and you two have already consented to be doing some stuff.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question then.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So let's say you've been dating for a while. Instead of now, do you go to a movie theater to watch a new release, or do you stay at home and show them your favorite movie?
It depends on where the comfort level is, at least nowadays. Like back in the day, it would probably be go to a movie because I didn't want to have like parents and stuff, and you know, like they had a doors open rule,
right.
Nothing. Yeah, but never mind. Moving on. Oh shit. All I'll say is I had a sexual encounter during an I'll pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next segment. We don't have a next segment. Man, I'm stuck now.
You know what?
What are some romantic movies?
No. Hold on.
Okay.
To show our love for us, you could check out our merchandise.
Oh my goodness, we can cut to we have merch for you at tpublic.com/Patrick Beatty Reviews. Whether it be a sweatshirt, a Gaggle of Geeks shirt, whatever you want, check them out, and we will see you at the next review. Should we try to coax Natalie in here now? Is that the next thing?
Yeah, why not?
Well, how can I do this? Okay, I know exactly how we can do this. So, our first date, mine and Natalie's first date. Let's talk about this. So, first of all, we both were in Orem. We were at a college dorm, and we both were aware of each other. Like she would see me walking in through Walmart with like dress shoes and sweats, and like be furiously looking for Blu-rays and stuff that I've been wanting to buy.
Okay,
and just scurry away if I'd see a cute girl like her. And I would see her walking down like sidewalks and stuff at the school. And like I would purposely go out of my way to get to see her when the class was like where she was going, but I had to do like the walk past. So I'd always get that walk past, right? And finally we went on a date, and I made sure to make this perfect. Like I wanted it to be Harry Potter. She loved Harry Potter. Jury's still out right now because J.K. Rowling, but she loved Harry Potter. We went to see Deathly Hallows Part 2, right?
Okay.
But before we got a little pizza.
Right.
We got some Slab pizza.
Okay.
Slab is a great establishment. Have you had Slab?
I have not. What
it's
kind
like
of pizza?
these big like quarter slices of pizza of a huge slice, right?
So did you get pineapple pizza?
No, maybe she did. But my thing, Thai chicken. You want to get weird with me? Eat a Thai chicken pizza.
I'm not surprised. You made me what kind of pizza? What was a good pizza?
My real Hawaiian pizza,
yeah,
like the one that's not stupid.
Yeah,
you know, real Hawaiian pizza, it's spam. That's what real Hawaiian pizza is. It's spam and teriyaki sauce as the base.
That's what it was. Yeah. You made me.
Teriyaki sauce is the base. Why do people put red sauce on? Anyway, so we go to see this Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2, and she falls asleep through the whole damn thing.
Like from the
full
beginning?
On snored. Full on snoring.
Was it like a sold out show, or like was this like in the early days that came out, or was this like towards the
later?
end?
It was later. I'll grant that. However, we're both in college. I mean, there's no reason to, alert during it.
Yeah.
And so I just kept thinking through the whole thing. She fucking hates me. Like I ruined all of this. Every moment she was like, I just want to go to sleep and be away. And yeah, that was the date. And after we parted ways, and then we got married.
So but that was your first date. What was the second date like? Like who asked who?
I think the second date I don't know who asked who in that instance.
Because if you're thinking she hates you, did you have the courage to like retry and like ask her out again?
Oh, well, I'm stupid. Yes. I'm very dumb. So I did think that there was still some chance, but looking back, if you see that situation where it's like somebody just fell asleep on me through this movie, like full on narcolepsy, like someone had cast a spell on her during the movie, or one of the spells in the movie had worked. That's what happened.
Damn, dude.
And I knew she loved me right then. She's still not coming in.
Nope.
She's still not coming in. Wow.
One of these days.
Wow. All right. Well, I shot my shot. How are politics? Oh,
shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, she has arrived.
That scared me.
Oh, she's coming through. Which way? Oh, you're gonna. No, please. You could just walk past. You could just walk. She's right underneath. All right. Oh man. Hello. Oh my goodness. Okay. So first of all, you didn't hear anything we were talking about, right?
I heard it all.
Oh, well, get closer to the mic.
I would just like to offer a different perspective.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Talk to the mic.
one might prefer, rather than viewing me falling asleep during a movie as OMG, she hates me. What if what sound effect did you just hit?
I didn't do sound effect. It's just cutting.
Okay.
Cutting camera.
Okay. I never know with you. I never know. Anyway, what if rather than viewing it as OMG, she hates me, what if it was like, OMG, she's so comfortable with me that she just is like
I didn't
able
see
to fall
I
asleep.
didn't see the
And
comfort. I saw the dismissal. I saw your time is done, soldier. Let's move on.
well,
What was your first? What was the first thought you had when you saw me? Not like oh he's cute, but what was the first sign or he's
like
he's
the
got
first
issues?
red flag.
I like that. Let's do that. What was the first red flag?
This feels like a death trap right here.
Strap in.
Probably the day I came over to your apartment when I was done with class, and you were like, so I took a nap until 3 p.m. and then I woke up and bought a PlayStation.
Okay. No.
I think that was the red flag that has continued to haunt me.
But have I can't say. Have I ever fallen asleep and then made a big purchase? I just make big purchases now, so I'm improving a little.
You make a lot of late night purchases, I think.
Yep.
But your credit score is better than it was back then.
That is true.
It's a lot better.
That's good.
Yep.
So
Did you know that credit scores didn't exist until 98 or 89?
I did not know that.
So we're like the guinea pigs of getting fucked.
welcome to being a millennial, dude.
It's ridiculous.
Indeed.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, my love.
Happy
No.
Valentine's Day. Oh, do you have
Let me
questions?
ask you guys a question real
I'll
quick.
take one more question.
What's your guys' movie, your movie to watch together, annually?
For romance?
For romance, yeah. For an annual date night, if you guys have one. What's one of your movies that you first watched when you first started dating that's always been on your list to revisit? If that exists or not.
Do you want to say it on 3?
No.
Okay, ready?
I'll let you take
No,
this.
you gotta say a movie.
I have no
You gotta say
idea.
it. 1, 2, 3. Cats.
Oh my
That's
god.
Maybe. It might be Cats.
At least it's not a Serbian film.
We were gonna ask, are
We
you
have
the
a-
only one that's viewing this? Is this you?
Yeah, I'm the one.
And that's we're very
I was about to
appreciative.
come running in earlier because your sound wasn't working for a second at the very, very beginning.
Oh,
But you got it corrected.
it sounds good.
Oh, yeah, you're totally fine.
Was it Chaz?
Probably.
He wasn't close to the mic.
No, there was no sound at all. I couldn't hear you.
Oh snap!
But
Oh yeah, the whole thing in the beginning.
It was whack.
You had to just redo your intro. or
It was
whatever, but
whack.
You took care of it.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us for
You're
this
welcome.
Nat chat. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I
I
had to
love
come
you.
in and offer an alternative view.
I think that's a
offer some
cute view.
alternative facts for the
Mhm.
situation.
Well, you are my everything.
I think that's a cute view. She did feel comfortable enough to sleep around you.
I did. I felt comfortable with you, basically right from the start,
That's good.
which has not happened with any of my other relationships / datings.
It'd be really awkward if right now you were very uncomfortable at the beginning. I didn't like looking at you. You smelled.
Yeah, none of that was accurate.
I love you.
I love you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie.
Woo!
We're gonna do the full shot to see if we can get her going across. Can we get her? No. Oh, she's too good. Right underneath us, though. Okay.
By the way, you did scare me. Like when I looked over, because I wasn't expecting, because I looked over there before, and then I looked at him. Then he like had a reaction on his face. I'm like, "What's he seeing?" And then your head was just poked in, like kind of like the ring, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it was to
Nope.
the side.
I have a vibe.
Yeah, that's a no for me. Like if I ever see that, that's like running away.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about romance movies or maybe lack thereof. What are some I don't know, what is your movie when it comes to I want to feel something good? You know what I mean?
A Serbian film.
What?
Just kidding. Just kidding. I recently watched that. It's not a good film. I didn't hate it, but like
It's
that's
just
not
called Serbian film?
a Serbian film. Yeah. Have you heard about that?
No.
Oh, dude, it's banned in like 8 countries.
Is it? Is it a horror film?
Sort of, yeah. It's like a horror
What do you mean,
exploitation,
sort of?
psychological. Did you see somebody get skull fucked? Yeah, and then you also see like it's so I can't even say on air because like people are like, what the hell? Like I didn't hate it because it's like talked about either you hate it or like you thought it was okay. It's okay. I didn't hate it, but I would never watch it again.
I watched Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar yesterday.
What's that?
It's the one with Kristen Wiig and the other SNL person, but it had a very Austin Powers vibe to me.
I miss Austin Powers
because Kristen Wiig played both the villain and the hero in this, and the villain was completely pale. As also, there's a lot of parallels to it, a lot of parallels to Dumb and Dumber, but I don't think it was executed well.
Well,
I will watch a Serbian film though. That sounds terrifying.
You should watch it, man. Yeah, it's all it's extreme. Don't watch it with Natalie. I'll just let you know that.
Oh no, I already know what films well, here's the thing. I don't learn, and she might come right back in for this, but I'm going to be truthful. I don't learn, and I constantly bug her to watch films that I've already exhausted every avenue to try to get her to watch. Tropic Thunder took 5 years.
Does she like it?
No, it didn't work at all. She hated it.
Is there one movie that you could try to convince her to watch that she actually ended up liking?
She appreciated The Lord of the Rings, but she's not watched the extended versions yet, and now that's kind of the hill I'm gonna die on.
Yeah, Natalie,
you got to watch the extended edition. It's you don't have to watch Fellowship of the Ring extended. You don't have to watch Fellowship, but Two Towers and Return of the King.
Wait, no, you have to watch extended.
For Fellowship?
Yeah.
Fellowship is so long.
Dude,
there's not enough. There's not enough in there to really
the first
justify.
disc ends at the meeting of Elrond. Like after they decide what to do with the ring, the first disc ends. And you have like another hour and a half of fucking epicness.
You see, that's the thing. Is it epicness?
Yeah, dude. You see Boromir die. It's
two.
Like seeing him die on disc 2, dude, is so emotional.
How many more arrows did he get in the extended version? Boromir.
I actually don't know. Is there did he
like
get more?
12 extra? I don't know. How fun would that be, though? That'd be a fun little extra.
That would be a fun extra.
I liked the reunited part with Lord of the Rings. Did you check that out?
No.
That's Josh Gad's show where he's bringing in.
Oh, with the table read, right?
Yes, it's table read, and they also kind of like have questions and answers for the film. One of the things I remember hearing was that Boromir's character, or the actor Sean Bean, did not like hiking and was terrified to go. Well, no, did not like helicopters. Did not want to get in a helicopter to go anywhere. So he literally did the hike that they were filming because he just did not want to get on a helicopter. He did, however, make a helicopter bring his favorite recliner up the mountain. So you see, he's got a nice recliner, but then when it's time to huff it, he hikes it, and then everything else brings all the baggage and stuff.
Dude, you know how much fun it'd be to film a movie like that?
We've got some scenery in Utah that could very well work with a Lord of the Rings little thing. Like we got a lot of canyons.
Yeah.
We have a lot right before the salt flats is like a lot of grassy knolls and like little tiny rock formations that kind of feel like New Zealand to me. And then we got weird shit like sand dunes and like the salt flats. Utah is so weird when it comes to landscapes.
Oh, dude, we have like every climate here.
All kinds of weird stuff.
Climate, landscapes. Okay, but to go back to your original question, my go-to feel-good movie is actually Arrival.
Okay.
I can watch that and cry every single time.
That's so depressing.
It's not depressing,
That's
though.
so depressing.
It gives me so much hope, man. Why is it depressing?
It's so depressing.
No, dude, it gives
That's
you so
not
much
even
hope.
That's barely a love story.
And
it's
Interstellar,
like a little bit of love story.
Interstellar. Oh, Interstellar, dude. If you want to talk about love is the main theme of Interstellar.
I would have preferred
Oh my
Shape of
God.
Water over Arrival.
Oh,
I wouldn't have looked at you as weird because at least it's like, well, it's a fish that's got some abs, you know.
Yeah. Nope.
Could be.
No. If you want a depressing movie, I'd say Marriage Story for sure.
Marriage Story. Yes. So those are some of the bad ones. Not the bad ones, but Marriage Story is one you're going to want to watch if you're 50 years into the marriage and pretty safe and secure in your relationship and don't have baggage. If you watch the baggage, you're going to take it with you with that. I am going to throw in some hats in the ring. I'm not going to throw this hat, but Sing Street, I think, is incredible. Have you not seen Sing Street?
I have not.
Oh my God, Sing Street. I like films. Here's the basic bitch part of me. I love the films where it's like, oh, it's two people that have found each other in a very special circumstance and spend the evening together. Like kind of like your night of adventure in a sense. Where I don't know, films like Nick and Nora. I loved Nick and Nora growing up.
Still great.
500 Days of Summer, though troublesome now in some parts, back in the day was a huge one for me as well. And it really was like, I want to believe in love.
Across the universe, too.
Across the universe. With the Beatles music, Evan Rachel Wood, it absolutely.
Dude, here's the thing, too. The mid-2000s, if you will, had a lot of good stuff, too. Like 13 Going on 30. That was a cute love story.
Yeah.
And it pairs well with 17 again. Even though 17 again's not as great of a movie, it still like has the same messages of like reflecting on the past and reflecting on the future, like it's just like you got to live in the now and experience love.
You know what else I really like is The Proposal. I think The Proposal is actually a very fun film.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds is great.
Yeah.
And Sandra Bullock is great. Betty White is in it and it's hilarious in the film. Let's see. What else is there? Blue Valentine?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, no. Is it Blue Valentine's the fucked up one, right?
I have no idea.
The Ryan Gosling one?
I have no idea.
Well, it's very bad. That's also one where if you're not secure in your relationship and maybe have a drug habit, don't watch that movie because you see two people crowd. Yeah, you see a lot of messed up stuff with that. What else? Lars and the Real Girl. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, that's depressing. You want to talk about depressing, dude?
What?
Yeah, he falls in love with a sex doll.
Oh, but he doesn't in the end. Let's be fair. He doesn't in the end, but he uses the doll for therapeutic reasons. He does not fuck the doll.
That's depressing.
Yes, but there's no penetration.
No, but it's depressing. Why? That's not happy.
What are you talking about? It's a whole community gathering together and understanding this person has an actual traumatic issue, and they embrace him and they don't make him feel weird about it. They let him experience grief, go through what he's going through, and after he does that, he's able to grow with the nice church lady that is hitting on him the whole time. That's
like saying Swiss Army Man's a great couple film.
You know what? Swiss Army Man might actually be kind of a good. Do you fall in the category of the theory that they are a couple? Like it is about a romance between the two, and
no,
the inside story is about who's Paul Dano's character being gay, I believe, or transgender. There's some theory where he's actually something like transgendered, and the farting corpse is kind of an allegory for that or something.
I wouldn't give that film that much credit. Well, I hated that film with a passion. I really did.
You really didn't?
I did not like it at all.
I liked it.
I saw it a couple weeks ago, and just like right off the back, I'm like, oh, this whole movie's gonna have farts carrying it. Like, so dumb.
So you would have walked out of it when it came out in Sundance.
I wouldn't have walked out. No, I mean I didn't turn it off, but like I would never watch it again. It reminded me kind of like The Mountain, which is like a Rick Alverson film that also premiered at Sundance 2 years ago. That's darker. It's not more comedic, but yeah, dude, I didn't like it.
We can talk about The Room with Tommy Wiseau, one of the better romance films to come out this century. No,
defend yourself.
Okay, no, I won't.
Dude, Courtroom. Let's see The Courtroom.
I can't defend myself. Okay, we're going. Let's
turn your out of order. Out of order. I show you out of order. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Stand down, Mr. Slade. I'm not finished.
I have no idea where to go with this, other than if you do like sitting and watching a stupid movie with a loved one and being able to tune in and tune out. Let's be honest, man. Those sex scenes, not bad. Pretty good.
No.
I think you're lying to me. I think you like him too.
No.
Lisa, man. Lisa.
No.
She was What was the line of that one guy? She was playing with my ding dong and left my tidy whities. It was something he was talking about leaving his underwear in the house. When's the last time you watched The Room?
Like 4 years ago, maybe.
I watch it every year.
Ouch.
Once a year. Mm-hmm. To remind myself that even if what you put out is complete garbage and no one understands how it got made and no one understands how you are in the position you're in, you still have a fan base somewhere.
So
there will be a group of people that will like and enjoy what you're doing. So do the thing.
Did you like The Disaster Artist?
I like The Disaster Artist. I think there's a lot to them trying to humanize the guy because the man, the myth, the legend has so many legends about him. Like they didn't know his ethnicity for a really long time. He wouldn't say where he's from. He wouldn't say where he was getting his money. But they do a fairly good job. I mean, take away the James Franco controversy and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
No, I read the book, so maybe I'm a little biased because I read the book. Well, I'm too much of a fan of this guy. I had his underwear too, Tommy Wiseau underwear, because when you buy the Blu-ray, you get his underwear as well, and there's a little black hair in there, and I like to think that was for me. What?
Dude, that's so disgusting.
No,
I don't think that's something to brag about.
I think it was wonderful.
No.
Well, I've been racking my brain to think of more movies. Have you seen Once?
No.
Once with Glenn Hansard and Marketa Irglova. That's a really good one, but not necessarily a romance film. The Before trilogy, though. Have you seen the Before trilogy?
No.
Before Sunrise, Before. Oh my God, Chaz. The Before trilogy is very, very good.
What about Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Breakfast at Tiffany. I mean, that's okay. It's kind of in the same category as Pretty Woman, where like a little dated, but fine, you know.
Dude, another feel-good movie. It's not really romantic, but The Breakfast Club.
It is a feel-good movie, yes. But I don't know if I want to, you know, get banged during that movie.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm more into the conversations and stuff in that, and
you could like fuck to the beat of "Don't You Forget About Me."
Don't you
forget
about me?
No.
Oh, yes.
That was cut off me. God damn it!
All right. What other ones do we have? I mean, WandaVision is kind of a romance.
No,
when you think about it, it is when you think about it.
No,
because for one thing, it's all about bringing back her betrothed and trying to have a normal life with them. It's all about love when it comes down to it.
No.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. Interstellar, I guess you're going to say next?
No. What about Ruby Sparks?
Love is scientific and you can make an equation and that tells you what love is. Oh, what's this thing? I'm going to grab it.
I have nothing to say. That.
I liked it. I liked Interstellar. It doesn't mean that it's super good.
You know another one I just recently watched?
Prisoners.
No, that's not love at all.
That could be the worst film that you could put on. If you're like, hey,
no,
I'm really glad you came over today.
No, I'm pretty sure that's
let's role play. Let's role play.
Film.
Hey, Charisse, I'm very glad that you came over today to watch this film with me.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know, we just met each other, and I think we've got a lucrative partnership in love that we can maybe grow. So let me just put in this movie. It's a VHS.
There's no VHS of Prisoners.
I made one. That would be even creepier,
dude,
right? If you had a VHS
creepy.
tape of it.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And if like the whole movie was like,
but what would your reaction be? It's like, oh, look how beautiful this is. You know, they're bashing Paul Dano's head in.
See,
I found the guy. I found the guy. They're winning.
I would think that instead of being that depressing, I'd probably be like, maybe they're showing me this movie because they admire something about it, like the filmmaking techniques or the story, whatever, the mood. Is it a good film to show your loved one? Absolutely not. But is it a good film to watch? Absolutely.
I could see that. Let's see. What else can I think of with this? I don't know. I feel like I watch a lot of romance films, but I guess maybe I don't as much.
There's one. Okay, there's a really interesting one. It's called I Origins. Have you seen that?
No.
Dude, that one's cool. It's kind of a sci-fi romance, but like, yeah, that's all I'll say about it. It was at Sundance in like I think 2013, 2014.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's always like the When Harry Met Sally, and like you can look at Annie Hall if you want to.
I hated Annie Hall. I'll be on record for that.
Why don't you like me? That's all Annie Hall is. What's with these sidewalks?
He's very unlikable.
I'm gonna fall. That's
yeah.
I know we're forgetting a ton, and I would like people to leave comments to tell us the ones that we forgot, because we forgot all of them.
We did forget all of them.
Yeah, That Thing You Do. Have you seen That Thing You Do?
No.
Ooh, that's
10 Things I Hate About You.
You doing that thing you do.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's a good one. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
A Knight's Tale.
Oh, A Knight's Tale, Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein. And it was great to add that in because that's the first time I saw Paul Bettany. And boy, did I see him.
God.
Boy, did I see him. If there's anything to get your relationship on fuego, you go and watch Paul Bettany walking down the street naked.
Did you see Emma with Anya Taylor-Johnson?
No, I didn't see
Or Anya Taylor-Joy. It's kind of a cute movie. I mean, if you like Emily Dickens movies,
I guess we could. I don't know.
What?
I'm gonna say it.
Okay, say it. Let's hear
I'm
it.
gonna say it. Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah, that's a cute movie.
But it's the wrong timing to even drop that right now.
Oh, because of Armie Hammer. Fuck.
Eating peaches and eating people. Yikes!
Yikes! Dude, what's a Nicolas Cage romance movie?
Nicolas Cage. Oh, what's Nicolas Cage romance movie? One where he's the romantic lead. Whoa.
Does that exist?
Does that exist?
Raising Arizona, maybe?
I don't think that's a romantic lead. Let's do a little. Let's see. Nick Cage romance movie. City of Angels.
Oh, okay.
Leaving Las Vegas. Moonstruck. Moonstruck is a big one if he was in that.
Weatherman.
See. Fast Times. Don't know if that really works. But let's see. Let's look real quick to close this out. Give a little bit more recommendations for romance movies and just kind of go through the list.
Look, Emma's on there.
Oh, yeah. I guess Edward Scissorhands can work. Spider-Man 2, I suppose. If you refuse to watch anything other than a superhero film, I guess you could watch Spider-Man 2 and get a little bit.
I Origins. About Time.
Love, Simon is a really fun one. That's a coming-of-age story, too. I think...
Good Time.
My God. I don't know if Good Time really applies to this.
Oh,
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind will fuck you 3 ways to sundown.
yes, I will.
It will. Let's see. Theory of Everything I thought was actually, that's a great romance one.
La La
I
Land.
really like La La Land. Yep. Let's see. Almost Famous kind of works. Brokeback Mountain. There you go. That Thing You Do. High Fidelity. There's a new series out with Zoe Kravitz being the lead in it, and I love it.
Is that the one with John Cusack?
Yep.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Teaches you what
Yeah.
not to do. Don't be a douchebag like Scott Pilgrim. No?
Her's really depressing.
Why is Birdman on this?
Look, Marriage Story's on there.
What the hell are the weirdest ones? Yeah. Some of these just do not work at all. Adventure romance. Twilight is adventure romance.
Gods of Egypt is on.
Silver Linings Playbook. It kind of is. A lot of these are kind of
Casablanca.
romance films, but not really as close as you want. The Graduate. Oh yeah, The Graduate would always be in there.
American Beauty.
West Side Story, of course. Let's see. Slumdog Millionaire, I suppose, could be a romance story because he's doing the whole thing to get to the girl.
Fucking Rocky.
Oh, dude, of course Rocky is. Adrian! But here's the thing. That would not, anything he does in that film would not fly at this time.
What about Taxi Driver?
That is not a romance film. Oh, yeah. Why not? No. What's the one with, they did 2 of the same kind of movie where it was Justin Timberlake and Natalie Portman in one. And then it was
Friends with Benefits.
Friends with Benefits, and then Just Friends.
Just Friends, yep.
That came out in the year where they were like, we really want to make non-monogamous relationships work this way?
Dude, there's one indie one that came out I think a couple years ago that is about two people who live in an apartment, but they get snowed in and locked into this like single apartment. They're just strangers. I think like they hooked up on Tinder originally.
Yeah.
And they get to know each other throughout the night. It's kind of a fun indie twist. It was kind of cute. I don't remember what it's called though.
Nice. Well, and I guess the final recommendation for romance films would be Psycho. Norman Bates and his mommy. There's love there. Old Boy? No? Okay.
Dude,
nope.
I mean, no,
that's the end of the show.
If you're gonna
Thank
go
you
Old
so
Boy,
much for-
you're gonna go with Serbian film. Like that's a good double feature right there.
Okay. Well, there you go. So I hope that we were able to pitch some things to you. And really, thank you all again for checking us out. Please go and watch all of our past stuff. Check out the podcast. Please give us 5 stars, like it, comment, all of that good shit. Check out our merch. Chaz, you've got Over and Under Artists Exposed. You just had an episode?
Yep, with Luna Molina, who is a photographer, and she talks a lot about cars. I don't know anything about cars, so it was really informative.
That is a very
Check it
cool
out.
name.
Luna?
The
Yeah,
whole name. What is it?
Luna Molina.
I like that.
She's very very good at photography. So
She could
grateful she
be
came
a
on.
star on the name alone.
Yeah.
Luna Molina.
Yeah, go check out her stuff. Iron Maiden. She has a page called Iron Maidens where it's models with like all these old fashioned cars. Like it's really cool. So
Very cool. And of course, we got our reviews. We got all that junk. And yeah, I'm glad that we were able to do the first episode through the thing. We kind of bumped. That's a great thumbnail shot. Just as yeah. All right. That's the end of this. Thank you so much as always for watching. And we will see you later on. And actually, we got to do a new catchphrase. Keep calm. Gaggle on.